Did you know that 55% of readers stop reading a book because they simply don't care about the characters? That's right, over half of the people who pick up your story will give up if they don't feel connected to your characters. Shocking, right? But here's the good news, you can fix this. If you're struggling to make your characters stand out or feel real, you're not alone. Many writers face this challenge. The good news is that there are proven strategies you can use to turn things around. In this video, we'll dive into why readers might not care about your characters, and more importantly, how to fix it. We'll talk about everything from giving your characters real agency to breaking free from stereotypes. By the end, you'll know exactly what you need to do to make your characters unforgettable. Stick with me, and let's get started on creating characters that readers can't put down. Chapter 1: The Silent Killer of Your Story. Indifference. One of the hardest truths about storytelling is that your readers might not care about your characters. And if they don't care, they won't keep reading. A study by the Fiction Writer's Guide found that 75% of readers stop reading books if they feel no emotional connection to the characters. So, why does this happen? It's simple. When characters are one-dimensional or lack depth, readers don't invest emotionally. They don't feel like the characters matter to the story. The first step to fixing this is to make your characters active, not passive. Characters who simply react to things happening around them are flat. They need goals, dreams, and obstacles that make their journey worth following. Think about how Harry Potter isn't just a kid who gets through the day. He has a purpose, a drive, and a conflict with Voldemort. Readers care because his struggle matters. Try to make your characters' actions and decisions lead the plot. When your characters actively shape their world, readers feel like they're part of that world too. Chapter 2: The Puppet Problem. When your characters don't have a voice, your characters need to speak for themselves. In fact, A.J. Jacobs, author of The Year of Living Biblically, once said, "A character without a voice is a puppet in someone else's play." This quote perfectly describes what happens when you write characters who are merely following a script, without their own will. Characters need agency. Agency means that your character makes choices that reflect their desires and motivations, and they take responsibility for those decisions. It doesn't matter if they're heroic or flawed, the key is that they feel like they have control over their lives. Brené Brown, in her book Daring Greatly, says that people connect with vulnerability because it shows strength. When your characters make bold choices, even if they're risky, readers can't help but care. Remember, every action your character takes should say something about who they are. The more decisions they make, the more readers invest in their journey. Chapter 3: Forget perfect. Readers want flaws, not fairy tales. Perfection is boring. No one wants to read about perfect characters because perfect people don't have challenges, growth, or struggle. Think of your favorite characters. Chances are, they have some kind of flaw or weakness that makes them more interesting. Take Walter White from Breaking Bad, for example. He starts as a quiet, mild-mannered teacher, but his flaws, like pride and greed, make him a compelling, dynamic character. He's relatable because, like us, he makes mistakes. Flaws make characters more human. According to The Psychology of Writing by William Strunk Jr., readers are more likely to relate to characters who are imperfect because they reflect the reader's own experiences. Flaws add complexity and make the reader care about how the character will overcome them. So, don't shy away from your character's imperfections, embrace them. Chapter 4: The Emotion Abyss. How to avoid shallow character arcs. Shallow character arcs don't move anyone. If your character doesn't change throughout the story, why should readers keep turning the page? Kurt Vonnegut famously said, "Make your characters want something, even if it is only a glass of water." This craving, whether it's for love, freedom, or redemption, is what drives character development. The key to writing a deep character arc is to have your character face an internal struggle that challenges their values or beliefs. In The Hunger Games, Katniss Everdeen doesn't just fight for survival. She's torn between protecting her family and embracing her role as a symbol for revolution. This internal battle makes her journey compelling. To create a meaningful arc, ask yourself, what does my character want, and what will they have to sacrifice to get it? This question is essential because every good character arc involves conflict and growth, making the character's journey worth following. Chapter 5: Breaking the Mold. Why stereotypes kill character connection. Stereotypes make characters feel predictable and, frankly, boring. If you rely too heavily on familiar tropes, like the brooding bad boy or the damsel in distress, readers won't be invested. George R.R. Martin once said, "A lion does not concern itself with the opinion of sheep." Stereotypes often reduce complex characters to one-dimensional symbols, stripping away the richness that makes them real. Breaking free from stereotypes means thinking outside the box. For example, Leslie Knope in Parks and Recreation is not your typical female character. She's ambitious, optimistic, and unapologetically passionate about her work. She's a departure from the usual portrayal of women in power, which is often defined by coldness or manipulation. Creating unique characters means giving them unexpected qualities that surprise and delight the reader. The more your character surprises the audience, the more they'll care about them. When your characters break the mold, readers will want to follow their journey to see what happens next. Chapter 6. Show, don't tell, and then show again. This timeless writing rule is especially important when developing characters. It's one thing to say your character is brave, but it's more powerful to show their bravery through action. In The Great Gatsby, we don't need to be told that Gatsby is wealthy and mysterious. We see it in his extravagant parties, the way he interacts with others, and his obsession with Daisy. The audience feels his complexity without needing it explained. When you show your character in action, readers get a glimpse of who they really are. If your character is caring, show them helping someone in a vulnerable moment. If they're selfish, show them making decisions that hurt others. Robert McKee, in his book Story, emphasizes that characters become more memorable when their traits are revealed through behavior, not narration. Finally, repetition is key. Don't just show your character's traits once and forget about them. Continuously reinforce their core qualities throughout the story, letting their actions speak louder than words. Conclusion: creating characters that readers care about is not about making them perfect or flawless. It's about making them real, flawed, and active participants in the story. By ensuring your characters have voice, agency, flaws, emotional depth, uniqueness, and consistent actions, you can build characters that resonate with readers on a deeper level. Remember, the best characters are the ones who feel like they could step off the page and into your life. So go ahead, revive your characters, and let them shine in ways readers can't ignore. Don't forget to subscribe to get more tips on crafting unforgettable characters and telling compelling stories.